in the Windy City. So if that's still going on after our next live report, we'll definitely go back out there because it's an important story, especially for those watching who might live in and around Chicago. Though at the moment, I wanted to know, did you know that most of the country's lettuce, actually comes from the middle of the desert? Farmers in Arizona are hard at work growing it right now, but the pandemic is hitting the industry hard and changing the way they do things. Fox's Stephanie Bennett is live for us in the desert with that story. Hello, Stephanie.
Hey there, Andrew. Yeah, sunny Arizona actually has the perfect conditions to grow lettuce. But this year and last year, because of the pandemic, it's taking a toll on farmers' sales, and it's actually harder to find employees to work there as well.
It takes us months of preparation planning to grow these crops.
From November to April, Yuma County supplies about 90% of the U.S. and Canada's supply of romaine and iceberg lettuce. That's about 2 billion servings.
About 1,000 trucks a day leave fully laden with vegetables.
Farmer John Boelts says their season was just wrapping up when the pandemic hit the U.S. last year, and when restaurants and schools closed, their sales took a hit.
We had about a couple $100,000 in losses from product that wasn't harvested.
So this year, farms are planting about 5 to 15% less to prevent food waste. But their biggest challenge right now is trying to get enough workers.
They're essential. We need them. They are hard workers.
About 15,000 cross the border daily this time of year. We've seen a percentage of the workforce that maybe weren't as interested in working every day, trying to limit their risk.
The borders are still closed because of the pandemic, and only essential employees like these farm workers can cross. But new social distancing guidelines and extra status checks at the border are causing major delays. Juarez says some are waking up as early as midnight just to cross in time.
It's hard for a lot of workers who come across the line every day. It takes a toll on you. One time where they thought it was going to be 4 hours, and it just went up to like 6 hours, so they got here late.
Next door in California, some farms have already seen outbreaks, but Boelts says they planned early, ensuring everyone washes their hands, wears masks, and stays socially distant whenever possible, hoping they won't be next.
Their safety is our #1 priority. We couldn't do any of this without all the agricultural workers.
Now, for now, the U.S.-Mexico border will remain closed to non-essential travelers and trips till at least February 21st, which could continue to delay these migrant workers. Andrew?
Stephanie, one question for you. What's the outlook, though, going into 2021 as far as the industry is concerned? Are they trying to mitigate the problems from the COVID-19 pandemic?
Yeah, Farmer Boelts tells me that they're doing a lot of things to try to stop the spread. You know, California, other states as well, they've seen COVID outbreaks on their farms. They're doing a lot of hand washing and wearing masks, and also actually last year, even before the pandemic, they were already washing their hands. They had hand washing stations. They were wearing the masks just to protect themselves from our harsh sun that we have. So they're doing all the right things. So far, they say they haven't had an outbreak on their farm since the pandemic, and they're hoping it'll stay that way for at least for now.
All right, Fox's Stephanie Bennett live for us with that interesting story and how the pandemic affects all these sectors of the economy going into 2021. Thanks, Stephanie. All right, and we will have more live reports coming up in this hour. We're going to have